There is a story about Saint John, the apostle of Jesus. John had become old. He had his own disciples, and every day he was teaching them, sharing with them his experiences. Constantly he was speaking about love. You must love God, you must love your neighbor, you must love your enemies, you must love everyone. His disciples got fed up by hearing this word love, love, love every day. So one day, one of his disciples took the courage and asked him, Master, don't you have any other things to share with us? Every day you talk about love, love, love. John smiled at him and said, My dear son, what can I do? My master spoke only about love, so I'm sharing with you. In today's both the readings, we heard about love. For the matter of fact, the entire Bible could be summarized in one word, and that is love. Love is the trademark, hallmark of Christianity. But in English, we have only one word, love. We love our parents, we love our siblings, we love our neighbors, we love our friends, we love God, and we love our dogs, cats, and our pets. Only one word, love. Very poor language, English, as far as love is concerned. In Bible, there are 3 Greek words are used. The first is eran, erotic love, sexual love between a man and a woman, a boy and girl. Then there is philein, to your dearest and nearest one, you have close feelings towards your friend, towards your relatives, maybe towards your teachers and all. That is philein. Jesus didn't use neither Aaron nor philein. He used the word, it's a Greek translation, is agapan. And what is agapan? Agapan is you love someone irrespective of what he does or she does to you. It is not a feeling. It is an active will. You wish him or her the greatest good. The greatest good. That is agapan. And that's what Jesus used the word when he said love God, love one another. If we understand the true meaning of love as Jesus told us, then we love everybody. There is no room for groupism. There is no room for disunity. St. Paul to the Colossians, he tells, it is a beautiful letter in a very simple language. He says, put on forgiveness, put on humility, put on endurance, and so on, he says. See, why should I forgive my enemy? The world says you love your friends and hate your enemies. But Jesus says love your enemy. Then only you reach the highest spirituality. Otherwise, coming for Mass, you may come every day for Mass. Faithfully you may say the novena of St. Francis Xavier. You may recite any number of rosaries. You may attend any number of novenas and feasts. It is all ritualism. It has no credit at all because it has not changed your life. Agapan, demands from you change of life. Now you may say, Father, you priests are very good at the altar and to preach to us. Let me tell you honestly from this sacred place, I don't know how many enemies you have. I don't consider anybody as my enemy. What I have to speak, I speak from the heart. If it hurts, let it hurt. Many people consider me as enemies, especially in the field of Konkani, the Devanagari lobby, who wants only Devanagari script for Konkani. When I was with them, they considered I am their hero because I am the only one Catholic who vociferously was saying, yes, Devanagari script should be the script for Konkani. But when I said, besides Devanagari, in Goa, there is Roman script widely used. That also has to be accepted. They began to hate me. They began to write me in the Konkani paper, all sort of allegations, all sort of things. And in that, there were priests also, diocesan and one or two religious. They wrote to my superiors, they wrote to Rome, to our superior general, that I should be taken out of Goa. And in fact, one superior wrote to me that you have been transferred. Within 15 days, I supposed to go out of Goa. I challenged that because in heart, I said, I have not done anything wrong. If it is God's will, I will go. I challenged. And from Rome, within 10 days, the reply came, stay where you are. I have no hatred against my superiors or nobody. In fact, when that superior died, there was nobody to write an obituary. I was requested. And I wrote it. And then the Jesuits who knew me said, how could you write such an obituary? He hated you. I said, I have no hatred. If he has hatred, what can I do? See, this is the spirituality we have been called. And even here in the Basilica I speak. I tell you, please come forward. Let us celebrate the Eucharist as a community. Some of you will not like it. You will hate me. That doesn't disturb me. I will go on pray for you. The more you hate me, more I will pray. You may avoid me, but I will not avoid you. If I say face to face, I will greet you. So today's readings invite us for the highest form of spirituality, that is agapan. And that we can achieve that spirituality not merely through our efforts. Surely our efforts are required. 99% perspiration is required. But 1% inspiration, God's grace is also required. So let us ask for this grace that we may, not only we may, we must love our enemies, we must forgive our enemies, that we may reach that stage in our life.